Good evening, everybody. Welcome to White River Elementary School here in Noblesville, the home of the Noblesville Millers varsity soccer team. And welcome to today's broadcast of IHSAA Girls Soccer on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 26 years in the business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, and the Hamilton County Calendar.com. My name is Brad Silbert. I'm joined this season by Dan Axe. And Dan, we're going to be just a little bit late starting this game today for one very specific reason. It's been hot out here today, and the teams have been able to take some water breaks. But what we have coming up here is we've got the Shamrocks and the Millers coming up. Both of these teams 2-0 in the conference. The Shamrocks are 3-2 overall. The Millers are 5-1 overall. Let's take a look at these teams.
Yeah, well, the big thing here, I think, is you've got a veteran coach in Mike Brady with one of his former players coaching for Westfield this week, and it's Hannah Egger.
Good. What kind of a matchup are you looking for tonight?
Well, over the last couple of years, Westfield has struggled against Noblesville. They've had one goal in the last 4 years, but this has been a Westfield team that's been resurgent. They've not given up a goal in the conference yet this year, and with wins over Zionsville, big win, and also against Franklin Central. Yeah,
2 shutouts. That's nothing wrong with that. In fact, they've only given up, if I'm adding right here, they've only given up 3 goals all season. And the Millers, they've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. No, 5. Excuse me. I'm adding wrong here. They've only given up 3 goals also this season. So it looks like it's going to be an interesting matchup. But, of course, this is a Noblesville team that last year got to the semi-state and was one penalty, not a penalty kick, but an overtime tiebreaker kick away from possibly going to the state finals.
Yes, that was a really good team. I think they graduated 8 seniors. But they've got some talent back, and they should put on a good game here. They're ranked number 2 in the state right now.
And also they are number 2 in the HCC, along right behind Hamilton Southeastern. And we will see Hamilton Southeastern and Noblesville coming up here shortly in a boys game and a girls game. So that'll be exciting coming up a little bit later here in the season. And then, of course, we will have a lot of sectional action, and we'll be following the Hamilton County teams just about as far as we can take them. Let's talk specifically about some of these Millers who are back here. Their starting lineup. They do have quite a few seniors on this team, Dan, but they've also got a number of underclassmen who are starting.
Right. Jenna Chatterton had 4 goals Friday night out at Zionsville against out-of-state team. Terrific performer. It was a 4-0 win, if I remember, and excellent play out of her.
Also coming up for the Millers, their conference play will be continuing here. They've already played Fishers. They beat Fishers. They beat Northview. They lost to Sacred Heart, playing Westfield tonight, but then in the next few weeks they've still got Zionsville, Brownsburg, and Hamilton Southeastern to round out the schedule.
Yeah, they've got Hamilton Southeastern next Wednesday night. Westfield does, and then they'll follow on the 19th with, and then again against Avon on the 26th.
Let's talk a little bit about a couple of major rule changes that have happened this year, Dan. What's different this season?
Well, the biggest one is that the home team now wears their colors, and you'll see Noblesville tonight in their dark uniforms. Last night at Fishers and HSE at Fishers, and Fishers wearing the red. And the reasoning behind it was for special nights when they wear pink or wear another color, the home team is already in a color uniform, and the away team knows they're going to wear white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's kind of a good rule, kind of like what they do in basketball. Only obviously, just the opposite. The basketball uniforms are the light color in the for the home team, and the darker for the road jerseys. Let's talk just a little bit about the Shamrocks and the difference for them this year. They've got a lot of experience coming back, but a new coach.
And a new coach. That's right. That is, I think, the big difference. She was hired, I believe, back in May, and married in June. And she's a former Noblesville player and well-respected in the community, does her club coaching at FC Pride, and I believe she's been a Pride player since she was a U8 all the way through high school.
And of course, she is a Noblesville graduate.
Yes, and a Noblesville graduate.
That's got to make for an interesting situation coming back here and, not only for your coaching debut, but against your old team.
On your old field.
Yeah. We're going to take it over to Andrew Trissler now. He's going to have the opening lineups and get us going here for tonight's game. Here's Andrew.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Noblesville High School welcomes you to White River Elementary Soccer Complex, home of the Noblesville Millers. Today's IHSAA Hoosier Crossroads Conference in Hamilton County girls soccer match features the Westfield Shamrocks and your Noblesville Millers. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Westfield Shamrocks. The starting goalkeeper, a senior, number 1, Libby Rissmiller. A junior, number 5, Maggie O'Neill. A junior, number 7, Allison Bullock. A senior, number 11, Cassandra Melnick. A senior, number 12, Kinsey Cash. A senior, number 14, Rihanna Evans. A junior, number 15, Caitlin Hewitt. A senior, number 17, Kate Snodgrass. A junior, number 19, Lauren McDonald. A sophomore, number 23, Lauren Hamlet. And a junior, number 39, Carissa Burdick. Noblesville High School is proud to welcome home the head coach of the Westfield Shamrocks, 2013 Noblesville High School graduate and Miller soccer alum, Hannah Eggert. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for your Noblesville Millers. In goal, a sophomore, number 1, McKenna Mundy. A junior, number 6, Carly Hudnall. A senior, number 7, Ashlyn Moorfield. A freshman, number 10, McKenna Malloy. A senior, number 12, Cecilia Goad. A sophomore, number 13, Jenna Chatterton. A junior, number 14, Sydney Anderson. A sophomore, number 16, Emma Potter. A junior, number 17, Jensen Summers. A sophomore, number 20, Brooke Hines. And a senior, number 26, Keely Hoopendardner. The head coach of the Noblesville Millers in his 16th season is Mike Brady. Ladies and gentlemen, would you now please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Ready for Hoosier Crossroad Conference Soccer here on Hamilton County Television. I'm Brad Silbert along with Dan Axe. Nice to have you with us this evening. Dan, one of the factors that's going to be very important in this game tonight is going to be the heat and humidity. I just looked on my phone, and game time temperature 85 degrees, a little cooler than it was earlier. But I noticed the JV players, when they were coming into the stands here just a few minutes ago, they looked beat.
Yeah, it is a hot night. And one of the things about starting a little bit later here is that maybe it'll cool off quicker too.
And it looks like we may have possibly some pop-up showers coming through the area, but so far so good on lightning. So it looks like we could continue to play through the showers, but as long as we don't have lightning, we'll be able to continue to play. 40 minutes to go here in the first half. The Millers just retreating to their goal. The Shamrocks are huddling around their goalkeeper. And it looks like Carissa Burdick, I believe, is going to be the goaltender for the Shamrocks tonight. We originally thought it was probably going to be Libby Rissmiller, but I see Carissa Burdick going back there to the goal.
Yeah, you're right.
So a little bit of a change there. A little bit of change. Another important thing for this, for this game tonight is the referees and the officials out here. It's hard on the kids to keep going, but the officials, they've got their work cut out for them too in this heat.
Yeah, this particular referee doing the center tonight's Nate Cinders. He did, I think, 3 or 4 games at a high school level on Saturday. So you know how hot it was. So these guys are in pretty good shape.
They're in pretty good shape and used to it. I mean, I have never been a runner myself. I love to ice skate. I love to roller skate, but never been much of a runner. And these guys and these kids out here, they get in condition for this. And boy, when it comes game time, they just want to play. Miller's inbound the ball. Once again, the Shamrocks kicking it out of bounds, trying to keep it away from in front of the goal. The opening minute of the game here between the Shamrocks and the Millers on Hamilton County Television.
Well, they're looking right into the sun over there. That assistant referee's got his job cut out for him.
Mm-hmm. Miller's trying to get the ball centered again, and it's going to come back to the Shamrocks. Shamrocks will have their first offensive opportunity of the game. I should say match, excuse me. Miller's turn it over and get it right back. Seal Goad had it. Now it's down the field. Little collision out there. Miller's trying to get set up again. Nice turnaround there by Carly Hudnall to keep the ball. Looking for help in the center. Oh, the ball goes off of.
Unfortunate. She had a nice run going there on the backside.
Yeah, I think that was Jensen Summers. The ball went off. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 17. And the Shamrocks will get the ball back again. The opening minute and a half here, all the action has been almost exclusively to the north of the field, of the center field. Miller's going at it aggressively, out of bounds once again. Will we see a lot more substituting tonight, you think, Dan, with the weather?
Yeah, it could be. I imagine we'll give them a few minutes here at the start just to see how tired they get.
Center, but out of bounds.
Both these teams probably started in midsummer with their summer conditioning. And then when the actual season starts officially is sometime around August 1st. So they've been in the heat now for...
They're used to it.
Yeah, a good 6 weeks anyway.
Yeah, it's not any different today than it was almost all summer. Miller's trying to get it set up again. Good defense there by Caitlin Hewitt. Shamrocks clear it out. Miller's take it right
Nice
back
step
again.
there.
Yep. Emma Potter with it, gets it all the way across the field. Miller's trying to set it up to get inside to get the shot. No shots on goal so far. Is that going to get out of bounds? Right there in the corner, trying to ball handle and get it out of there.
Still in.
I think that's Allison Bullock for the Shamrocks who got that out of there. Good job of digging the ball out of there. Millers get the ball right back on the inbound.
Yeah.
Shamrocks trying to get it out of their end of the zone, but so far they have not been successful. They've been across the midfield line once, but not by much. Here's a nice pass into the center to Hudnall. A kick by Summers, and that one's blocked. Nice try by Summers there, but good defense also on the part of the Shamrocks.
Tough to keep putting up with all this pressure that Noblesville's putting on them. But so far, 5 minutes in.
Yeah, 5 minutes in, and all of the action with probably less than 10 or 15 seconds has been in the Westfield end of the field. The Shamrocks have got a number 22 out there, and I do not have a number 22 on my roster. Nobody's got a 22 up here at the press box. So
she's got 19 on her short.
Okay, so maybe that's Lauren McDonald.
And I've got her down for a couple goals so far this year.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the number on the shorts. Inbound, then right back out of bounds. The Millers will toss it back in again. Millers keeping the pressure on the Shamrocks. Jensen Summers sends it down the field. Goalkeeper Burdick comes out and grabs it, and she'll take the ball. Gets it over to Rihanna Evans. The ball's intercepted.
Gives it away here.
Oh, my.
She got it back.
Yep, good bit of defense there by Rihanna Evans. She gave the ball away, and the Millers almost had a breakaway there, Dan.
Yes, they did. And she recovered nicely.
Yes, she did. And did it without a foul. Good clean job.
So I think that's Hudnall out there on the corner. Short ball.
Anderson was after it, goes out of bounds, and it's going to go over to the Shamrocks. Sydney Anderson probably thought she had somebody over on the sideline there, and the ball just sailed out of bounds, and Shamrocks will get the possession. Shamrocks trying to get something going here, Dan. They just have not had any luck in getting this ball down the field. Millers take it right back away from him again. That's Sydney Anderson with it. Poked away by the Shamrocks, and that one's going to go out of bounds but stay in the possession of the Millers. Millers have got the pressure on so far.
Yeah, they're keeping two players high here for Westfield, but there's a pretty big gap between them and the defenders.
What do the Shamrocks have to do to break this?
They need to put together some balls here in the back and then just gently move the ball forward. Here we go.
McDonald brought it over, but then it's taken right back away by the Millers once again. That's Jensen Summers bringing it down. Of course, Burdick makes the stop.
Everybody's walking pretty slow out there. It's a nice warm night.
Mm-hmm. Well, these kids started early this morning, and they're young. They got a lot of energy, though. Millers with a chance here again. Here's a shot. Good save by Burdick.
first shot on goal, I think.
I believe it is. Which is a harder shot to defend on, a shot in the air or a shot on the ground?
I think the taller the player, the more difficult it is to get on the ground. But say this girl's probably in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Allison Bullock will inbound it for the Shamrocks. Miller's all over her.
Any ball that's skipping when it comes at the keeper is a tough ball to handle.
That one goes back out of bounds off the head of, I believe, Lauren McDonald. She has 22 on her jersey, but 19 on her shorts. So we're assuming it's McDonald because there is no 22 on the roster.
Potter with the ball.
Potter comes down. Nice pass lead to Hudnall. Hudnall headed to the goal. Will she get there? Good bit of defense by the Shamrocks there.
Ball deflected.
Yep. Miller's trying to get it back out front. They do. Good bit of ball handling there. Goes wide to the right. We're about 10 minutes into this one. One shot on goal so far here, Dan, by the Millers here just a couple minutes ago. But 90% of the action has been down in the Shamrock end.
Yeah, and the Shamrocks making their first sub here. They need to be able to get the ball out to the middle of the field there a little bit better.
Yeah, Cassandra Melnick takes a seat. I guess I'm not surprised to see the subbing.
Yeah. I think she's so far their high scorer for the year.
Mm-hmm. Out of bounds again to the Shamrocks, and it'll be Lauren Hamlet with the inbound. Millers take the inbound pass away. Shamrocks take it right back, try to set it up right back to the Millers. Shamrocks desperately trying to get the ball out of their territory, but they just haven't had any luck getting it out of there.
Just need to connect on a few passes here and get some confidence.
Jensen Summers centers it. I believe that'll probably count as a shot on goal. So I've got unofficially 2 shots on goal for the Millers now. Across the center line, Tate Snodgrass brings it back into territory and gives it up to Carly Hudnall. She's trying to get it set up there in the middle. Under leads, I believe that's, is that Goad or is it Summers? One of the two. I think it was Goad that she underled. Yeah, this
got a corner out of it.
Yeah, this is such a game of timing, and that timing just has to be so precise.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 11, Jewel Hensley.
Senior Jewel Hensley, you'll see her first action of the day.
So the player taking the corner is looking right into the sun here.
Yeah, that's got to be a tough sun now because it's not set, but it's really, really low on the horizon. Miller's setting it up into the middle.
Headed away.
Yeah, off the head of, I think that was Cassandra Melnick, if I'm not mistaken. 11?
Or Evans, I think 14.
Yeah. The numbers on their back aren't too bad to read, but the ones, the ones in the front of the uniform are a little bit small. Not that my eyes are that old. Millers get the ball back, trying to get it set up again. It's Emma Potter across the field. That one's intercepted,
nice
by Allison
Bullock.
Allison Bullock did a nice job of taking that ball away. Bullock sends it back to Hamlet. Shamrock's bringing it up. Madison Niehaus is in the on the field for the Shamrocks now. Big number 4 on her back, on her white uniform with the green numbers.
Noblesville's done a nice job of keeping the pressure up here.
They have.
And not giving Westfield a lot of time or room to operate.
Well, McKenna Mundy has not been challenged at all on the Noblesville end. In fact, the ball has, I think, gone across the center line maybe twice at the most, if I remember right.
Sometimes that can be tough, though.
Mm-hmm. Corner kick coming. Nicely taken by Bullock, but the Millers get it right back again. Niehaus pokes it away.
And a shot over the goal.
Shot over the goal.
But they're getting their shots. They're getting in there within 25 yards.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 26, Keely Hoopengartner.
Senior Keely Hoopengartner back in. Once again, looking at the radar here, there are some showers in the area, but nothing appears to be real severe. Nothing that would appear to stop the game at this point. Once again, the Shamrocks trying to get the ball across the midfield stripe, and just, Dan, they're just not having any luck getting that thing across.
No, there's good high pressure there.
Miller setting up, looking for the centering pass. I couldn't see who that was that went down trying to get it, but
and it's a goal kick.
It'll be a goal kick coming out for the Shamrocks.
Been some good defensive play back there on the Shamrock back line as well.
Well, we've only had about 2 or 3 shots on goal by the Millers, but they've been fairly good shots, and the way they've controlled the ball, I'm surprised they haven't had more shots.
That last ball out of the keeper was pretty low and short, as was this one. It's putting a lot of extra pressure on that defense.
Shamrocks get it all the way across the field, but it's taken by Carly Hudnall. She's headed toward the net looking for some help. Looking to center the ball. Jenna Chatterton had it. Intercepted by the Shamrocks. Covered by Ashlyn Moorfeld. That'll be an out-of-bounds play to the Shamrocks. Sky looking a little threatening out to the east and southeast of us, but radar indicating that those storms probably are going to go east of us. Let's keep our fingers crossed here.
That'd be a good thing. This is the first real opportunity here for
I was going to say the first penetration anywhere halfway deep into the zone for the Shamrocks, and Lauren Hamlet will take the inbounds play.
I think he just saw something here. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now under a lightning delay. Please return to your cars or seek shelter immediately. You must leave the bleachers and cannot stand under the bleachers.
Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will take a break, and hopefully we'll be back here in about a half an hour with more of the competition here between the Westfield Shamrocks and the Noblesville Millers. We are in a lightning delay here at Noblesville. Dan, before we go, just your opening impressions of what you've seen here in the first 17 minutes.
Good pressure out of Noblesville so far. Shamrocks have been able to handle the pressure, not giving up a goal. They've given up a couple shots, but nothing extremely dangerous. And I imagine they'll probably regroup here during this 30 minutes and see what they can do to get the ball out of their back.
Okay, we'll take a break because just like the rest of the fans, we are going to have to retreat out of the stadium here and put some equipment away, and we'll hopefully be back in about a half an hour here on Hamilton County Television.
medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community. When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community. When medical care is needed,
White River Elementary School, our 30-minute lightning delay is over, and we are back to action here between the Noblesville Millers and the Westfield Shamrocks. Millers come out, bring the ball right down. Nice pass over there on the left side. I think that's Carly Hudnall bringing that in there, Dan.
Yep.
The ball goes out of bounds. It'll go over to the Shamrocks.
So Noblesville right back in it with the pressure.
Yeah, the ball started almost, oh boy. There was another bolt of lightning out there way to our northeast. I don't know if that will affect us or not. So far, they have not stopped anything, but can never be too cautious with the weather here, Dan, can we?
No, you can't.
Not only for the players, but for the fans also. Here's Hudnall trying to set things up for the Millers. Shamrocks try to get it across that center line again and just cannot get it across there. We do see some umbrellas going up here, so apparently it is raining here now. Miller's out in front of the Shamrock goal. I believe that's Emma Potter who was ball handling there. Kick missed. That one's going to go out of bounds. Miller's really retained possession.
Okay, Miller throw in.
Miller's keeping the pressure on the Shamrocks. Yeah, it's funny at times, Dan, you have a delay like this, and it can help and hurt either team. And I think, as you were saying before we came back on, this is probably, if the Shamrocks can take advantage of it, it's probably a little bit more to their advantage. More lightning out to the northeast of the field, but that is moving away from us, so I don't know whether they'll stop it or not.
And we got another corner.
Kept looking at the various radar services here, and it looked like almost everything was clear of lightning. Right out in front of the goal, over the goal.
Nice work in there close, defensively, get another corner.
Back to the corner again.
Awful lot of continuous pressure here from Noblesville.
Yeah. The Millers just picking up right where they left off here about a half an hour ago. Kick to the center in front of the goal. Shamrocks managed to get a foot on it to get it cleared a little bit. Madison Niehaus trying to ball handle.
Noblesville still with the high pressure.
Millers take the ball back, center it, looking to get a shot off. Niehaus brings it out. Back across to Snodgrass. Hamlet. Ball goes out of bounds over to the Millers. Millers falling back and regrouping, getting reset.
We get a foul there in the middle of the field. It's on Snodgrass. Looks like Summers will take it.
Jensen Summers setting up the ball. Millers get set. Good opportunity for him here, Dan.
Yes, it is.
See if she can get it on a deflection.
Going to be high.
Just over the goal. Looks like it missed by about 2 or 3 feet over the goal. 2 or 3 feet lower, and she would have had a goal there because I don't think there would have been any way that Carissa Burdick could have stopped that. Good try by the Millers.
Every one of these goal kicks has been to the left for Westfield. So they're putting it right on the right foot of Noblesville.
Yeah, it seems like they've all been down that east side of the field. Millers chase it down. Ball goes out of bounds, but Shamrocks will have the inbound deep in Miller territory. There is no score, 17-30 here in the first half. Thank you for staying with us. The 30-minute lightning delay, unfortunately, but again, we do not want to forsake the safety of the players and the fans, so you can understand why that happened. Shamrocks trying to keep it down in the Miller end, but the Millers take the ball back and bring it across the center. Once again, out of bounds, but the Millers will inbound. Dan, they're keeping the pressure on and on and on.
Yes, they are. And the minute they get it down here and they lose it, they're right back with high pressure again.
McDonald did a nice job on the defense there for the Shamrocks. Here it's coming all the way across the field and will go out of bounds.
There.
Yep, she just could not quite catch up to that one. Emma Potter gave it all the effort that she could.
Safely back to the keeper.
Mm-hmm. Kind of surprises me with all the pressure that the Millers have put on the Shamrocks that we're still tied 0-0. That one's going to go out of bounds, and I believe that will go to the Shamrocks.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 11, Jewel Hensley.
Jewel Hensley back in for the Millers, giving Carly Hudnall a breather.
Millers have got a lot of good, strong players here. Can sub liberally.
Right back to Potter. She'll put it back in again. Brooke Hines with the ball. Centers it. Shamrocks are there to kick it back out, but the Millers just take it right back away from them again. Potter. Goad. Anderson. A little bit rough out there, a little bit of contact. Miller's looking to get it set up. May have a shot here. Goes wide of the net.
Noblesville able to keep possession pretty easily here.
The Millers have kept the possession, Dan, but the other thing that has happened here is that the Shamrocks, defensively, they've done a pretty good job out there.
They've done a real good job. They've been under pressure the whole time. That's getting the ball out better.
Mm-hmm. Shamrocks mounting an attack. Once again thwarted by the Millers. Millers fall back and regroup. Every time the Shamrocks try to get something going, the Millers seem to have an answer for them, Dan.
Yes, they do. There's a nice step.
Mm-hmm. Once again, the Millers. Sidney Anderson with the ball. Centered, but nobody there. That's going to go out of bounds.
A lot of goal kicks, and once again, it's going to be down that left side.
Mm-hmm. Shamrocks trying to get control of the ball back. They do get it out toward the midfield area. Lauren McDonald trying to get something going. She goes down.
Okay, maybe Westfield can get something going here. Nice ball.
Shamrocks with a kick. Goes on goal on one bounce. Shamrocks trying to get the ball into Miller territory, but just having a tough time getting it down there. Millers just seem to be able to out-ball handle them there. There, Jenna Chatterton had a nice job there of handling that ball. Once again out of bounds.
They've got to beat that Noblesville pressure and then be able to keep the ball once they make that first possession.
They just have not been able to. They've been able to get the ball to midfield, but not very far. Let's see if they can get it set up here now. Good pass across.
Field.
We have a foul called there.
Yeah, so we're probably about 20 yards out, 25.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Snodgrass.
Mm-hmm. A little bit over 11 minutes remaining here in the first half. Thanks for sticking with us here on what has turned out to be kind of a different night here in Noblesville. Just a couple drops of rain here a little bit earlier, a little bit of lightning in the neighborhood, but now the Shamrocks with a chance here. See what they can do. The shot.
Nice ball.
Nice.
Ball.
Oh, gosh, nice shot. Nice save there by McKenna Monday. She used every inch of her height to get up there and get that ball. Also, you got to give the Shamrocks credit for a nice shot there, Dan.
Yeah, that was a great ball. And Noblesville's varied their play. They've gone mostly down the right side, but also some down the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like the ball has been, for the most part tonight, it's been way far away from us and kind of making it difficult for us to read uniform numbers from up here.
Yes, it is. About 10 minutes left here in the half.
What has been a rather long first half, a 30-minute lightning delay. Inbound to the Millers again. Millers trying to get it set up. Got it centered. Tried for the headshot. Did not make it. Another shot.
Shot over the goal.
Over to the left, one or the other. Missed the net.
Westfield's ended up with 7 people behind the ball here pretty frequently. Maybe one player out in the middle there to relieve some pressure.
Mm-hmm. Berta kicks it into play. Millers get the ball right back. Shamrock's trying to get it back over. Millers once again put it back deeper into Shamrock territory. Here come the Millers again. Good job of clearing that one out by the Shamrocks. And Lauren McDonald had it up there near the midfield stripe. Emma Potter puts it back into Shamrock territory, and we have a stoppage.
No, he said play on.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
We do have
now he's
now we
stopping
have.
it.
I thought we had an injury timeout. We do have an injury timeout, and while we have that injury timeout, let me remind you about a couple of things here. First of all, celebrating over 26 years, that's Logan Street Signs and Banners, specializing in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200. Visit them at their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com, or follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And don't forget that Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, in-house embroidery, and many, many other things. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Give them a call at 317-773-7391 or check them out online, www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Follow them on Facebook and on Twitter. Good. I can't see who the injured player was for
McKenna Malloy.
McKenna, but it looks like she's walking off okay, and we're just going to have a very, very brief timeout here. And while we got that, I'd like to thank our Hamilton County Television crew. We got Will at the controls, Lucas up on the roof, dodging the raindrops and the lightning, bringing you the pictures tonight. Our executive producer, CEO, Jim Wofford, is back at the studio at the command post. I'd like to thank all of them for being here with us tonight, and thank you for being patient with us tonight. And once again, we see some more lightning well out to the northeast, and I think if that was to the southwest, I think we'd be stopped, Dan. But
yeah, I think you're right.
I think they've determined that is moving away from us, so it does not pose any danger. So we are about ready to go back to action here. 8:38 left in the first half. Millers will have the kick of the ball. This could be an interesting play here, Dan.
Yeah, I think if Westfield can get through this half here and hold up on this pressure, they can make some adjustments at halftime. They'd be in pretty good shape. Nice ball in. Handled well.
Well handled by goalie Carissa Burdick.
Ooh, that was pretty close there. Well, can't say it was close, but it was pretty bright.
But once again, in the northeast sky, which is the storm fronts and everything are moving away from Noblesville. That lightning is moving up toward Muncie. Let's keep it up there rather than on this end of town. Jenna Chatterton tries to set it up, centers. Carly Hudnall went down on her knees.
Referee called a foul there. It's going to be from the left side, about 25, 28 yards.
Now, how will the Millers set this up, Dan?
Well, they'll collapse from the backside here. She'll probably look to put the ball on the wide post there up high.
And what about the Shamrocks? How will they try to defend this?
Put a body on a player going by them. Try not to back into the goal. Hits it low.
Low hit. It was blocked by the Shamrocks. It's out about halfway down the court. Millers take control once again. Another ball out of bounds, and that one's going to go to the Shamrocks. On just under 7 minutes remaining here in the first half, no score between the Shamrocks and the Millers.
He called a foul there. He's put the ball on the ground.
Shamrocks trying to get something going here, and every time they get something going, Dan, the Millers just manage to find a way to stop it.
Yeah, they do. Just
my.
over the top. Nice hit.
Carly Hudnall with a nice drive there that was probably, no more than a foot over the goalpost there.
Yep.
Over the crossbar. The Millers have had a couple shots tonight that have gone high. Shamrocks put the ball back in play.
Westfield has just not won too many of those goal kicks.
No, they haven't. They just, they managed to get it maybe halfway down or 2/3 of the way down to that, to the midfield stripe, Dan, and they just cannot get it any farther.
But they haven't given up a goal.
No, they haven't given up a goal, and but they've only actually got one shot on goal, and that was on the penalty kick. Millers will try to set it up here. A little bit over 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Once again, keeping an eye on the weather and the sky, depending on what this lightning does out here. Hopefully we'll be able to keep going. Jenna Chatterton brings it down very nicely.
Maybe we get through this half. The second, we get through halftime, and it's far enough away, too.
Yeah. Millers will inbound the ball.
Dangerous ball in.
Yeah, and then Millers had a player there, but just not quite in the right position. That one's going to go out of bounds. Millers will inbound.
Westfield keeps rising to the occasion here defensively.
Yeah, they've done a good job defensively. Right out in front for the Millers. They cannot take advantage of it, but they retain the ball out front, trying to get it set up. There's another shot that goes wide to the right and out of bounds. Miller's keeping the pressure on here, Dan, but they have not hit pay dirt yet. Just about 4 minutes remaining in the half.
Got a couple of subs here for Noblesville. For Westfield.
Westfield substitution, number 7, Allison Bullock.
Allison Bullock, one of the starters, a junior, back in. Miller's getting things set up once again. I'm seeing some umbrellas go up again here in front of us, so I think we may be getting a little bit of rain here again. 3:29 here in the first half. Carly Hudnall continues to handle the ball, puts a shot on goal, picked up by Carissa Burdick. She'll put the ball back in play.
I expect she's going to take her time here, try to get to halftime.
Yeah. Dan, could this be one of these games to either one of two things is going to happen here? Either first team that scores will win, or could we go down to a 0-0 tie at the rate this is going?
Yeah. If you're Coach Brady, it's one of those games where you don't want to take 20 shots and lose 1-0 on one.
I totally agree, because
that's probably what he's going to tell them at halftime.
If you look at it on paper, the Millers, I'm not going to say they've dominated the game, but they pretty well controlled this match, Dan.
Yes, they have. They've definitely controlled this.
But on the other hand, on the defensive side of the ball, the Shamrocks have done a really, really good job of defending and taking some really good opportunities away from the Millers.
Dangerous ball.
Always dangerous when when the goaltender is coming out there trying to get a stop on it. The Millers with a shot there.
Oh, nice shot, though. Nice
over the
shot.
net again. That's what, the third or fourth ball that's just barely gone over the net for the Millers.
2 minutes.
2 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Jewel Hensley on that shot.
Ball goes inbounds. Assistant Athletic Director Tony Euler telling us that the lightning that we are seeing out to the east, they believe it's out in the Muncie area. And according to the radar I'm looking at, he's right. But it's bright enough that we can see it here, but it is moving away, which is fortunate. A little bit over a minute, about a minute and 15 remaining in the first half. Anderson trying to get it set up for the Millers. Kicks it back. Millers trying to get one last surge here, see if they can get something in the net before this half ends.
Got about a minute left.
Yeah, good bit of defense on the part of the Shamrocks. Ellison Bullock right there on the Millers. Oh, my, another one was right in front. Close. Another close one.
Got a corner out of it, I think. Nope. Goal kick.
You could almost say, Dan, that the Shamrocks have been living on the edge tonight.
Yes, they have. Yes.
If this was a hockey game, I'd say they were on thin ice.
Yes.
30 seconds left here in the first half.
Good long ball out. That ought to just about end it. We've got 11 seconds
10,
here.
9, 8, 7.
Andrew Tressler giving the countdown.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will end the first half of this match between the Noblesville Millers and the Westfield Shamrocks. And we have no score. Friends Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check out their website, www.ecommunity.com. Also like to remind you that since the establishment of Church Hiddle and Antrim in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve the most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it the most. Give us a call, 317-773-2190, or visit the website, www.cchalaw.com. I'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Girls Soccer on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners with over 26 years in service. I'd like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, and the Hamilton County Television Calendars. My name is Brad Silbert alongside Dan Axe. We're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with a recap of the first half and hopefully no more rain delays or lightning delays here. You're watching high school sports on Hamilton County Television.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
Superheroes come in all shapes and sizes. They don't always meet in an underground fortress. Sometimes they meet in places that appear to be very ordinary to most people. But inside, there are heroes in training. Some are smart, strong, or brave. Maybe they can build cities or heal people when they get hurt. But even superheroes need some help sometimes. With your support, we can change the world. Together, we are a force that can't be defeated. Support the club. Save the world. Support your local superheroes and donate now to the Boys and Girls Club of Noblesville at bgcni.org.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville. Can I help you?
Yeah. I'm looking for Logan Street Signs and Banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
You're telling me that Logan Street Signs and Banners isn't on Logan Street anymore?
Exactly.
So what are you saying?
Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville, Indiana.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting.
To White River Elementary School, the home of the Noblesville Millers soccer team, both the girls and the boys. We're about 3 minutes away from the second half here. Running a little bit late tonight. We did have a 30-minute lightning delay a little bit earlier, and we still are seeing several bursts of lightning way out to the northwest of us. But according to what we're hearing from the various radar services, the National Weather Service and everything, we should be clear to get the rest of this game back in here at Noblesville between the Millers and the Shamrocks. We'd like to welcome you to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Girls Soccer on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 26 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors: Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, and the Hamilton County Calendar.com. Before Dan and I start looking at some things, a couple thank yous. We'd like to thank the fine staff here at Noblesville High School. We got Jane and Andrew up here in the booth with us, helping us out tonight, giving us an assist. And, of course, Assistant Athletic Director Tony Euler, always here. Tony, very supportive of our efforts here, and we greatly appreciate it. Dan, before we talk about this, I know you've got a score update here from Fishers and HSE. What's going on down there in Fishers right now?
With 15:40 left, Fishers at HSE. It's HSE 1 and Fishers 0.
And that, of course, is the mud sock match. The boys' mud sock match for these two teams ended up a tie, so they each got half a point in the mud sock race. And we are just about ready to go here, Dan. If you could sum up this this first half for us, how would you sum it up?
I'd say it was Noblesville, and Noblesville. It was all Noblesville. Westfield was able to stand up to the pressure, not give up a goal. Let's see if Westfield can get something going here in this half.
Noblesville had a number of shots on goal, and for the most part, I'd say they were probably pretty good quality shots, but they had quite a number of them that either went over by a foot or two, or just a little bit wide, and actual save-wise for Carissa Burdick, I think she only had to make, maybe 2 or 3 actual saves. And the Shamrocks did manage to get 1 shot on goal in the first half, and that was on a penalty kick. And that was a very, very good shot, and it was a good save by McKenna Monday to keep this game scoreless. We already start out. We have an injury stoppage already here. I'm not sure.
She took a ball to the head, and he stopped it immediately on a head injury or possible head injury. I'm not sure he's going to make her leave the game. I don't think he is. So he'll.
Well, I saw her kind of go down on her knee there a little bit, or like she was wavering just a little bit, but she looks fine and seems to be in real good shape. Millers will have the kick. The ball is in play. Will somebody get to it before it gets out of bounds?
Westfield's going to need to find some continuity here and being able to get something going, develop some confidence in the back, and move the ball upfield.
If you were Coach Eggert, what would you have been telling your team at halftime, besides those things you just said, Dan?
I think I'd want to come down the right side of the field more, and they're doing that, it looks like. They're pretty much a left side dominant team in that first half. Every ball that came out of on the ground was down the left, which put it right on the right foot of Noblesville.
Good defensive move there by Ashlyn Moorfield to stop the attack by the Shamrocks.
Westfield looks to be playing slightly higher this half as well.
Got a lot of sporting events coming up this week and in next week here at Hamilton County Television. Just to tell you about a few, this week we still have tomorrow night. We will be at Westfield for girls volleyball between the Noblesville Millers and the Westfield Shamrocks. Friday night football night, it'll be the Westfield Shamrocks and the Noblesville Millers from Noblesville. And then next week, of course, Monday night, it will be the Hamilton County Coaches Show at 7. And a full schedule of events next week. We'll get to more of those here in a few minutes as we get back to action.
Dangerous ball in, keeper clears it.
Opportunity there. We're going to get a shot off. No. Another shot.
Looks like a deflection. I think we're going to have a corner. Yeah.
Went over the net.
Noblesville had a pretty good opportunity there. That ball was a wide open goal there for a moment.
Quite a flurry of action right there in front of Carissa Burdick. The Millers just failed to connect on a couple shots there. Here comes a shot from the corner. Centered. Oh, my. Millers lost a beautiful opportunity there, but don't take anything away from the Shamrocks. They did a great job of defending that, Dan. Centered again, a header. Oh, right into the hands of Carissa Burdick. Nice save there.
They're still putting the same level of pressure that they did in the first half. They're coming out to the right, though.
Good quality shot there by the Millers.
Yes, it was.
That's what the coaches like to see.
And Coach Brady wants to see one of these go in the net.
I'm sure that both of the coaches do, because I think they're probably thinking the same thing we were talking about here just a minute ago. You know, maybe the team that scores first here is, obviously they're going to have the edge, but that might be the deciding factor in this game. Miller's ball handling, back and forth. Gets by the Millers. Now the Shamrocks have got it, but the Millers take it right back away, and one of the Shamrocks goes down, and they're going to stop the clock. And I believe that's Lauren Hamlet who went down there. They're asking for some medical help to come out here. She's getting back up. Then we were talking a little bit ago about what Coach Eggert would be telling the Shamrocks at halftime. Let's talk about what Michael Brady probably would be saying to his Millers.
I'd say he's going to talk to them about finishing, make sure they convert these into goals. Also, when they're in close, maybe a little more combination play. The difficulty there is Westfield's got 7 people in the box most of the time when they're in close, so that's going to make that difficult. But a lot of quality here on this Noblesville team.
Well, it appears to me, from my standpoint, Dan, and I am not by any means a soccer expert, but it looks to me like the Shamrocks are playing more not to give up the goal, and the Millers are playing more to try to score the goal. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly, and as a coach, you sometimes do that. I mean, if that's the way your team's built, and you're facing a team like Noblesville with this level of quality in the offensive end, you want to be able to absorb that, maybe get a counter at some point, come down and get a goal.
Mm-hmm. Jensen Summers going to put the ball back in play for the Millers after the injury timeout.
The biggest problem, though, that Westfield's had is when they do get the ball, they have not been able to connect very well without just, losing the ball. And part of that is Noblesville just putting an awful lot of pressure on.
Yeah, their defense has just been swarming. Since the ball has spent considerably more time in the Shamrock end than it has the Millers end. But again, no score in this match with 35 minutes, 55 seconds remaining.
It's all about time and space, and Noblesville just doesn't give Westfield any time or any space. So there's a good example right there.
Little
going to get a foul.
Crash there and a foul, yeah. How would you classify tonight's game, on a rating of 1 to 5 as far as physicality?
I'd say it's not that physical. These are teams that are both capable of being physical, and the whole conference is physical, but I'd say it's pretty much been on the lower end.
Another foul called there. That'll turn the ball over to the Millers.
Games this weekend Noblesville were in, both of them were pretty physical, the parts I saw.
Shamrock's trying to get it set up. Millers take it away from them. Shamrocks once again trying to get the ball out of their zone. It's going to go out of bounds. From a coaching perspective, Dan, taking into consideration the way this weather has been so far this season with so many hot and humid days, do the coaches do things a little bit different when it's hot and humid like this, rather than, when this match started, it was between 85 and 90 degrees. And, as we get a few more weeks into the season, they'll be starting in the 70s and 60s. The coaches adjust for that.
I think most coaches would tell you that how you perform in the heat is based upon what you did 48 hours before. You need to hydrate early and often, and by the time you get to game time, you better already be hydrated.
Millers with a shot on goal, yeah.
But, it was pretty easily handled there.
Not a high arching shot, but kind of a lob shot that Chris Burdick just reached right up and took.
One of the advantages of playing the varsity as the second game on a night like this, too, is it really has cooled off. It's still warm, but it's cooled off a lot. Sun goes down, it drops.
There's a little bit more of a breeze right now than there was when this, when this match started.
That flag out there is going pretty well.
Yeah, it looks like we got a wind out of the southeast now. Shamrocks with an opportunity to put this ball deep into Miller territory. Once again, more lightning off to our northeast. Good save there. Good save there by by the Millers. That's probably the biggest challenge McKenna Mundy has had so far tonight.
Noblesville provides a great field, too. These fields, all four of them up here, are just excellent.
Yeah, I think for those of us living in Hamilton County and the members of the HCC, too, in general, all the schools in the conference have got very, very good facilities. Mm-hmm. Once again, ball is going out of bounds.
Westfield substitution, number 23, Lauren Hamlet.
Lauren Hamlet comes into the match for the Shamrocks. I've been a little surprised there hasn't been more subbing, Dan. I would have thought maybe you might, with the heat and humidity today, I thought you might see a little bit more chances for them to take a breath and get hydrated.
That long break may have changed the rhythm of that, too.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, it's not nearly as warm now as it was an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half ago when we started this match.
But that first 18 minutes they got in before the break, you get a lot of adrenaline out. Now you can settle into the game, and maybe you don't need as many subs.
Mm-hmm. We are living in luxury up here in the press box tonight. The brand new air conditioning system in this Noblesville press box is very, very nice.
I took a picture a few minutes ago of the air conditioner. It's that good a moment. Got a little over 4 minutes left at HSC. It's still 1-0 HSC over Fishers.
Well, speaking of HSC and Fishers, I understand your daughter Sarah's watching or listening in tonight down in North Carolina, serving in the Marine Corps down there at Camp Lejeune. And Sarah, we welcome you to the broadcast tonight. It's nice to have you with us, and send Dad a little critique after the game. He keeps asking me during timeouts, how am I doing? How am I doing? I keep saying, Dan, you're doing wonderful, but we do appreciate everything you're doing, especially your service to your country. Thank you very much, Sarah. And Dan, you got to be a proud papa, not only of Sarah, but your other daughter and your son, too.
Yes, yeah, all three girls and Danny, yeah. Well, that was nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. She's also taking a class tonight, so.
She playing hooky?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's doing both.
Multitask.
Yeah.
That's good. Miller's trying to get it set up here. 30 minutes remaining here in this scoreless tie. Dan, in some ways, this reminds me of the semi-state game up at
yes, it does.
Kokomo last October, because that one was, for the longest time, it was a 1-0 game in favor of the Millers, and then Penn tied it up late and won it in the kickoff.
That was just a really good game.
Yeah, that was a fun game to do. A great facility up there in Kokomo there at the Municipal Stadium.
Two outstanding teams.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Noblesville's 5-1-1 in.
Shamrocks, I had it right here. Where did it go?
3-4, I believe, for Westfield.
I think you're correct. Yeah.
Both 2-2 in the conference.
Shamrocks are 3-2. Millers are 5-1-1. Both are 2-0 in the conference. Right in the heat of the battle. I see Sarah was listening. Thanks for your text, Sarah. We appreciate it. I think we're going to have a foul called there, aren't we, Dan?
Yeah, Noblesville here with an opportunity. Probably 30 yards out to the side. 28 minutes left.
Is this where they're kind of hoping maybe for a deflection or a headshot or something on the goal?
I was going to say they're probably going to put this out again, upper left, send people into it. And it came up a little short.
Yeah. Shamrocks did a good job of defending that and getting a defender in front of that ball to prevent it from getting in any further or being deflected. Shamrocks have just had a rough time getting the ball out of their end tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of teams struggle with that against Noblesville. This is a strong Noblesville team.
Lots of pressure.
As they are most every year.
We're glad to have you with us tonight. Glad the weather finally cooperated. Sorry about the 30-minute break, but this match has been well worth waiting for.
Then a final out of HSC, 1-0 HSC over Fishers.
So the Royals win the battle for the Mudsock Trophy, for the traveling Mudsock Trophy. Little action there in the corner. The fans wanted a foul called there, but didn't get it. McDonald gets it for the Shamrocks, taken right away by Jensen Summers. Down there in the corner. Out of bounds, the ball will stay with the Millers. Ball comes in, trying to center it there. Cleared out by the Shamrocks. Miller's right in front there with an opportunity. Can't take advantage of it. There's a beautiful shot there. Nice move there by Carissa Burdick there, Dan. She came scampering out of that goal with a Miller and a Shamrock almost on that ball and managed to smother it to take the opportunity away from the away from the Millers.
Make sure her and that defender are talking, because that could turn bad quickly.
Ball goes out of bounds once
Noblesville
again.
Dominating. 3 subs coming in now for Westfield.
Substitution. Number 4, Madison Niehaus, and number 40, Ari Tellis.
Shamrocks inbound the ball, trying to get something set up here. Both of these teams, Dan, are just desperate to try to get something in the goal here because 25 minutes left in the half, and we've already played 65 minutes of soccer and no score.
Had some pretty decent opportunities for Noblesville. Still got 25 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a talented shooting team. For that sub there, it looked like there was few signs of fatigue on the Shamrocks.
Yeah, I was just going to say I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see a little bit more of a little bit more substitution now, just from the standpoint that you've been running up and down this field for a couple of hours now, and the fatigue has got to be setting in. Millers and the Shamrocks all knotted up at 0-0. Under 25 minutes remaining in this one.
Well, it's not really been end-to-end soccer. So
no, it hasn't.
A whole lot of time spent in the Westfield defensive third. So,
yeah, I think that if they were tracking the minutes and dividing this field in half, I would say probably of the 65-plus minutes that we've played in this match, I would say probably 55 of them at least have been in the Shamrock side of the field. But they have not allowed the Millers to take advantage of that either.
Coach was a defensive player, and you can tell this team is very, very defensive oriented.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to see these Noblesville Millers again next week, a week from tomorrow, when the Irish of Cathedral will be here. And we'll be bringing you that match here on Hamilton County Television. Dan and I will be back for that one. Once again, a little bit deep into the zone there. A little bit of penetration by the Shamrocks. Trying to get it set up. Do we have a foul called on that? Or did
I think the ball went out of bounds.
I couldn't tell whether it was out of bounds or... Millers get the ball deep in their own territory. Millers looking to set it up.
Westfield recovers well here.
I think that was Hoopengardner who brought that thing down there. Out of bounds once again. Millers with the ball. Miller's looking for an opportunity to score here. They may have one here, but they cannot get the ball centered or just don't have the players in the right place at the right time. Such a game of timing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'm sure Coach Brady is mentioning that from the sideline.
Out of bounds once again. Miller's with the ball out in front of the net. Got a Miller down there. She is getting up. There's a shot that misses wide to the right. And we'll have Burdick with a kick in.
If you're Noblesville, you get the ball in the box. You always get the chance there's going to be a handball, some sort of a foul in the box. As far, Westfield's been able to not do that.
Burdick trying to get it set up. Ari Tellis had it there for the Shamrocks. That's going to go back out of bounds again, and the Millers are going to get the ball right back.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 12, Cecilia Goad.
Keely Hoopengardner is going to take some bench. Cecilia Goad comes back in for the Millers. Hoopengardner, Gold are both starters for Michael Brady's team. Out of bounds once again. Must have gone off the Shamrocks there, Dan. That one happened right in front of us. It was hard to tell who hit it, who it hit. Looked like it almost hit both of them simultaneously.
About 20 minutes left.
Shamrocks with the inbound. Even on the inbound plays, the Millers are getting to that ball before the Shamrocks do, Dan. Right down the sideline there. Good ball handling by the Millers. That one's going to go out of bounds into the stands. Good bit of defense by the fans.
Noblesville has definitely been the aggressor here.
Got a foul there, a little bit of a pile up there between Ari Gift and Ashlyn Moorfield. Brianna Evans will put the ball back in play. Evans with a high kick toward the goal. Shamrocks defend that one. And that goes out of bounds. Kind of a dangerous little bit of defense there, wasn't that?
Yes, it was.
Dan, I think we're going to get the last 19 minutes in here.
Hope you didn't jinx us.
Well, I hope not, but
the radar looks good there.
Yeah, it's looking clear. Not seeing any lightning in the state of Indiana anymore, except down by close to Cincinnati. That certainly isn't going to get here in 20 minutes, I wouldn't think.
And we're dry up here.
Yeah.
So.
But we got Lucas up on the, up on the roof with the camera, so that could be kind of a lightning rod for him. You know what else might be a lightning rod? Have you seen his spiked hair?
Sorry, I can't go there.
Okay. I shouldn't either. Lucas is a good young man.
There's a nice hit.
Nice hit.
Easily
right on
handled,
the goal.
but a nice hit. Another player running on her.
Yep, another shot on goal for the Millers. I think that probably about 8 to 10 shots on goal tonight for them, but nothing has crossed the goal line on either end of the field so far. Shamrock's trying to get it set up. Miller's setting it up now.
Westfield continuing to bend and not break, so 17 minutes of it left.
The Millers have continued to keep pressure on the Shamrocks, but the Shamrocks defensively have done a very good job of holding the Millers.
Some of that not winning the throw-ins is they're playing behind the person taking the throw-in in, not gambling, which works to your advantage defensively, that's for sure.
Trying to get it centered here. Shamrocks get a foot on it to deflect it. Millers get the ball right back, try to center it. Madison Niehaus managed to get it over toward the sideline, but the Millers take it right back. Millers in the center, kick it back. Millers will fall back and regroup. Is that going to get out of bounds? Yes, it did. But it's going to stay the Millers' ball. 16:33 left here.
Noblesville's drawing Westfield out just a little bit here. They've got fewer people behind the ball. Now they're collapsing.
Now they're in the center. Got an opportunity here, and the Millers cannot take advantage of that opportunity. Good bit of defense there by the Shamrocks. Another ball goes out of bounds.
Nice little run here. Ball out in front.
Miller's trying to get it set up again. They're keeping the pressure on. Good block there. I think that was Uriana Evans who got the block on that, Dan, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. I think maybe he's called a handball over there. Yeah, off the shoulder. Ball will be on the left side.
So that'll be a kick there, right?
Just under 30 yards, maybe. I think the ball's in a little closer than where it is now.
Could be the opportunity the Millers need here to get on the board.
That's what I thought was up further.
Both teams setting your offense and defense.
Okay, this could be dangerous here. It's critical for Noblesville. She puts this on frame.
Millers with only 2 players back. There it goes. Toward the net. Does not get to the net. Defended well by the Shamrocks. Dan, am I mistaken here, or does it look like both of these teams are quote-unquote playing not to lose?
Noblesville's being pretty aggressive here offensively, I think. I'm not sure Westfield's got an option at this point. They're getting a pretty big rush here continually.
Well, again, we talk about the amount of time that the ball has been on the Westfield side of the center stripe, and it's just been a lot of time back there.
Noblesville's continued to send players forward. They've had 8, 9 people in there, 1, 2 players back. So they're making the effort to get a goal.
While the Millers have had some, what I would call good quality shots, they have not had
quite a few.
They haven't had an abundance of good shots. And I think the one thing that I haven't seen tonight is I haven't really seen the rebound shot that much. The second shot, which in so many cases can be the killer.
Right.
It's almost like it's one and done, shall we say?
Yeah.
14 minutes remaining in regulation. Miller's trying to set it up again, trying to get in there and penetrate that goal. Carly Hudnall lost the ball. Lauren Hamlet brought it down, but once again intercepted by the Millers. Jensen Summers right up the center. She loses it over to Hamlet.
13 left.
Millers with the ball once again. Keely Hoopengardner back in there for the Millers. Drops it back to Carly Hudnall. Hudnall centers it. There's a Millers are there. once again over the net.
Top. That was a good opportunity there.
That was probably one of the best opportunities they've had all night. Well played, well timed, but very well defended. But the Millers just got a little bit too much foot into that, a little bit too much loft.
Kate Beckner.
Berta kicks the ball back into play. Millers take it right back again, setting up their offense. Sydney Anderson over toward the left side. There's a centering pass. That thing is blocked by Brianna Evans. She got up there and did a nice job with her head to get that thing blocked.
There's a nice little combination play.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets to that final third and it just sort of stops.
Shamrocks trying to get it set up here, trying to get it into the center. Millers clear it, but the Shamrocks get it right back again. Brianna Evans puts it back down the court. That one's going to go out of bounds, but the Shamrocks will retain possession. They quickly get that ball in bounds before the Millers can really get set up. But the Millers have got it back again, back to the Shamrocks. Shamrocks trying to get the thing set up. Sherry Tellis tries to set it up. She lost it.
She turned right into pressure there.
Yeah. Miller sent it across the center. They get the ball back again, mounting the offense. 11 minutes left to go in this one. Here's an opportunity for the Millers. Let's see if they can take advantage of it here. Here's the shot.
Nice save. That's a nice save.
Wow. Best shot of the night so far in this match. And let's take a look at that thing, Dan, and see what happened here.
Got a deflection in there. She had already started the run. She hits it, well hit ball.
Boy.
Just tipped over the top.
Burdick did a great job of getting a hand on that thing and just tipping it over the crossbar.
10-20 left on the corner.
Yeah, great bit of action by both teams on that one. Great offense by the Millers, great defense, especially by Carissa Burdick.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 7.
Coming up on 10 minutes here remaining in the second half. Carissa Burdick sets it up to kick it back into play.
Come on, Miller!
Team's getting set up. Looks like we got a couple subs waiting here.
It's again Westfield coming down the left side, putting in the ball on the right foot of Noblesville.
2 subs coming in for the Shamrocks.
Subbing in for the Westfield Shamrocks, number 7, Allison Bullock, and number 12, Kinsey Cash.
Boy, that substitution took almost a minute off the clock from the time that ball was set up.
Imagine everybody liked that 1 minute break there.
Oh, yeah. I'm not complaining. Oh, my. Hard hit there. Centered by the Millers, but cleared by the Shamrocks. Shamrocks trying to get it back. There's a foul called on that one, I believe, Dan.
Yeah, I think so. I think she came in from behind on her. Okay, let's see if Westfield can get something going here. Ball almost to the center line. 8 minutes left.
Nice header there by the Millers to get control of that ball. Here they come again. Might have a breakaway here. That looks like Jenna Chatterton. Shot. Oh, another great save by Burdick.
She spilled that ball out to the side, too, so it wasn't a rebound.
Wow. Once again, the Millers get control of the ball, putting more pressure on the Shamrocks. Now the Shamrocks have got it. Send it down. This is going to be a foot race. See who gets there first. I couldn't quite see who that was. I think it might have been McKenna Malloy for the Millers, number 10, who kicked that ball out of danger.
Okay, we've got a Westfield throw-in.
Westfield substitution, Lauren McDonald. And for the Millers, number 12.
A little bit over 7 minutes remaining. Low-scoring matches tonight. 1-0 down at in Fishers.
Tough conference.
Nothing here. Shamrocks trying to get the thing set, trying to get a shot on goal here. They haven't had a shot on goal here for a while.
Nice step.
Mm-hmm. Miller's bringing it down. That's going to go out of bounds, and that is going to go. It's going to the Shamrocks, I believe.
Yeah, I think that touch was heavy, just rolled out.
Coming up on 6 minutes remaining. Millers and the Shamrocks tied at 0-0.
6 minutes left now. Any giveaways will be critical.
Yeah. This is when a mistake could really, really hurt you. Here comes the Millers again. Blocked by the Shamrocks. Millers set it up once again. Try to get a shot off. They don't. Trying to get it set again.
Wide right.
Wide to the right of the net. 5.5 remaining. Thank you for joining us tonight on Hamilton County Television. I'm Brad Silbert along with Dan Axe. Dan, it's nice to have you joining us here in the Hamilton County Television family. We appreciate you being with us, and your expertise in this game is greatly appreciated.
Thank you. It's nice being here at Noblesville in this lovely air-conditioned spot.
Yes, it does make a difference. Shot right down the middle, defended by the Shamrocks. Another one in the middle there. Possible opportunity there. There's a shot and a save.
She's come up big back there.
Burdick has done a nice job. She has done a very, very nice job for the Shamrocks. And in fact, I think if we were choosing stars of the game right now, I think my vote would probably go for her, Dan.
That back defensive line there is pretty strong, too, for playing in front of her.
Here's a break for the Millers again. Oh, just off to the left.
She's going to want that one back.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a clear breakaway on that and just could not get the foot on it correctly, and it went to the left of the net. A lot of open net space out there. Under 4 minutes. Shamrocks trying to get down, intercepted once again by the Millers. Good job of clearing it there by the Shamrocks to get it across the field. All the way back, and of course Burdick takes the ball and she'll kick it back into play. Or put it back into play, either way. Gets it halfway down the field. The Millers get a foot on it. They take the ball, and they're trying to set up some offense here with a little over 3 minutes left. Millers have had some good opportunities late here in this half, Dan.
In both halves, throughout the game.
Millers with the ball, trying to get it set up. Tapped by the Shamrocks. Shamrocks try to clear, but they cannot get it out of the zone. I think that's Kate Bettner, number 22, out there for the Millers. Haven't seen too much of her out there tonight. Good footwork out there. Millers trying to get things set. Possible opportunity there. Broken up.
Took it off her foot.
Yep, broken up by the Shamrocks.
Got a corner out of it with 2:20 left.
Yeah, another good bit of defense by the Shamrocks, Dan.
Can they do it for another 2 minutes? No.
2 minutes left in this one. Here come the Shamrocks. Millers take it away from them. Millers setting up the offense now. 1:43 left in this one. Another opportunity, and Burdick comes all the way out as far as she can to get that ball, and she's going to kick that thing all the way to the midcourt line. Millers do just the opposite and pound it deep into the Shamrock territory. 1:20 left.
Got a foul over here.
We got a foul here, and that'll be a kick.
75 seconds.
Millers with the opportunity to try to get something set here. Jessica Summers will put the ball in play. Here she goes.
That's a good ball.
Good ball. Miller's trying to deflect it. Oh,
That's
another
wide.
shot just wide. How many times have we missed just wide and just high tonight, Dan?
For Coach Brady, too many.
way too many.
Westfield substitution, Carissa Burdick.
Under 40 seconds remaining in this one. We thank you for joining us tonight. Been our pleasure to bring it to you. Ball at midfield, under 30 seconds. Unless something really oddball happens here, I think we're going to end up 0-0, Dan.
Westfield's got 2 players down. One's back up.
They have not stopped the play.
15 seconds left.
Millers with an opportunity here with the defense.
Fine defensive play, and that ought to end it
That's
right
probably
there.
just about going to be it, as that is going to be the end of this match. And Dan, what a match it was.
Yes,
Back
it
and
was.
forth, up and down the field for the Noblesville Millers. First half was almost exclusively played in the Westfield end. Second half, Westfield came back a little bit stronger, had some pretty good opportunities, but they just couldn't find the goal, and neither could the Millers.
I think weathering that first half for Westfield was the critical part. Gave them the confidence in the second half to continue that.
What effect do you think the weather delay had? Do you think it had an effect on either team, or?
If anything, to me, it would help Westfield to kind of settle, reinforce what they're already doing. But it's a scoreless game, and it's a tough conference. So Westfield has yet to give up a goal in conference play.
That's an amazing statistic, and in that. But we want to thank everybody for joining us. Dan, thank you for joining the team, and we will see you next week on Thursday, right back here when the Cathedral Fighting Irish come in to take on the Noblesville Millers, and we appreciate all your expertise and your commentary tonight. And we'd like to thank everybody for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Girls Soccer on Hamilton County Television, presented by Noblesville Signs and Banners, celebrating 26 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, the Hamilton County Television Calendar.com. On behalf of Dan Axe and our technical crew of Will and Lucas and Jim back at the studio, we thank you for watching Hamilton County Sports tonight. Good night.